Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Jenna Ortega, Wednesday. Well, actress for Wednesday. And I guess you could call her the new Scream Queen. She is in part, anyway. Has come out and discussed two things. Her comments previously, to do with Wednesday and the writers. She's sort of backtracked a little bit, which I disagree with. I don't see why you should backtrack. But then also she's come out and said that the Hollywood industry is too politically correct. By that she obviously means too woke. Because being too PC is, yes, too woke. So it's interesting. I'll take a look at her comments about the Hollywood industry first. Then we'll look at her comments about Wednesday and go from there. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Wherever it is, wherever you are. If you like what I do, hit that thumbs up button. Anyway, let's take a look, shall we? So here is the article over on Variety. Jenna Ortega says everybody in Hollywood wants to be politically correct, but that lacks honesty and makes us lose a lot of our humanity and integrity, which is true. There's no, you're basically a robot at that point. Trying to be all PC, you're just a robot. You're this weird, like, homogenous blob of ultra PC statements. Oh, I can't offend here and blah. It's just nonsense, absolute nonsense. So I thought these were interesting comments. Jenna Ortega has shared her thoughts through Vanity Fair about the intersection of Hollywood and politics. Mainly, how the need for actors to be politically correct often contributes to their loss of integrity. The actor left the Scream franchise last year, one day after her co-star Melissa Barrera was fired due to social media posts about Israel and Palestine, and Ortega cited scheduling conflicts as the reason for her departure. I think that, like, Variety's trying to sort of predicate her, like, I guess trying to sort of link the statements for some weird reason. She doesn't. She herself doesn't link these statements, so I don't know what Variety's doing here. The business that we work in is so touchy-feely, Ortega told Vanity Fair about Hollywood. Everybody wants to be politically correct. But I feel like in doing that, we lose a lot of our humanity, integrity, because it lacks honesty. I wish that we had a better sense of conversation. Imagine if everybody could say what they felt and not be judged for it. And if anything, it sparked some sort of debate, not an argument. Yeah, I mean, that would be great. That would actually be fantastic. I vote for that. That's a great way to be. You know, conversation. The thing is, people are so quick to jump to arguments in debates, and then they take that argument and they escalate it. You know, because everything's become way too tribal, massively tribalistic. And when you sort of you jump from argument to physical acts of violence, there's an issue there, obviously. Sort of degradation of civilized society. And she goes, am I describing world peace? She then asked on a lighter note. Which I think is funny. Funny. Now, I thought these comments were interesting because this is an individual that came out and said basically about Wednesday. She didn't say anything controversial to anyone who has any common sense. She said things controversial to industry, but not to customers. But she was lambasted for it. So talking about this, Jenna Ortega on Backlash to Wednesday writers. I could have used my words better. No. I mean, you could have done, but why? Your words are fine. And this is that point, isn't it? People, is she being PC here? Too PC? So I thought these were interesting comments to link. And this is recent, 6th of August, right? So Jenna Ortega is saying she could have used her words better when she spoke about changing lines for her Wednesday character and questioning the writer's intention in a podcast appearance last year that sparked backlash. Backlash from who? Who? Because it wasn't from the fans of the show. Like, no one that liked Wednesday was like, oh, what a bitch. Why is she saying that? Literally no one. Hollywood writers, maybe. But no one who enjoyed the work would have gone, oh, well, that's terrible. Because, of course, what she did proved fruitful because it was incredibly popular. It was an incredibly popular show. So speaking to Vanity Fair for a cover story that posted online on Tuesday, Ortega said, and quote, "I probably could have used my words better in describing all of that. I think oftentimes I'm such a rambler. I think it was hard because I felt like had I represented the situation better, probably would have been received better. Received by who?" So the actress previously told Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast that she got unprofessional when trying to make Wednesday Addams feel more authentic to her. And this is what she said that's apparently so offensive. "There was times on that set where I even became almost unprofessional in a sense, where I just started changing lines. The script supervisor thought I was going with something, and then I would have to sit down with the writers and they would be like, wait, what happened to the scene? And I would have to go through and explain why I couldn't do certain things. I grew very, very protective of Wednesday. But you can't lead a story and have no emotional arc because it's boring and nobody likes you." There's nothing wrong with what she said at all. With hindsight, she told Vanity Fair the protection she felt for her character also reflected her flexing her independence on set. Women have to be princesses. They have to be elegant and classy and so kind, and then when they're outspoken, they can't be tamed and they're a mess. The actress also spoke about her experiences with her comments from Armchair Expert being picked up as a soundbite by various media outlets. "Everything that I said felt so magnified. It felt so dystopian to me. I felt like a caricature of myself." I don't see, there's no issue with what she said. "I'm aware of my position as an actor. I know that I'm not in charge, but I think with someone like Wednesday, who is in every scene, it only makes sense for that person to be that involved in what's going on behind the scenes because she's on screen every second of the project." There's nothing wrong with what she said. Even Tim Burton was like, yeah, she's very direct. She's very no-nonsense, and I find that very refreshing and beautiful and artistic. I saw from day one she's very aware. She's more aware sometimes than I am, or I don't see the issue. Like, there's no issue with this. No issue with this. But again, this comes from, I guess, the initial comments here of everyone wants to be too PC. Is this her being a bit too PC? I think so, to a degree. It's quite comical, though. But she's lambasting everyone else here. And I think she's trying to be a little bit more studious with what she says. A little bit more strategic. But she is lambasting everyone else, which is quite funny. No integrity. Hollywood. They don't have integrity. Demonstrably so. Let me know what you think down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Give the video a like and a share. And also, support me on Patreon. If you like what I do, Patreon. Got to help out the channels that you enjoy. So it's the first link down below. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.